occasion? Well, in 2011, a startling revelation by Fidelity Bank and its research partner Fino highlighted a significant challenge within Ghana's financial landscape. 70% of the adult population was unbanked. Now, that was serious. Rather than accepting the status quo, Fidelity saw the untapped 70% of the population as a chance to innovate. So they recognized that if it could bring these unbanked individuals into the financial system, it would not only expand its customer base, but also drive economic growth by fostering financial inclusion. So they embarked on a journey of research and collaboration, partnering with like-minded organizations to develop a strategy that would be both bold and inclusive. And today, Fidelity Bank is celebrating 10 years of successful financial inclusion. I have two of their key minds. Samuel Dodo is the head of inclusive banking, Fidelity Bank. Welcome, Samuel. And Dr. David Ochre is head of agency banking, Fidelity Bank. Welcome, Doc, as well.
Thank you.
Wonderful. So why the celebration, and what does this mean for Fidelity Bank, this decade of financial inclusion?
Yes, Bernard, thank you. Thank you very much to your listeners. This morning we are very grateful for you having us. I wanted to wade into the sports. I think it is.
Because you're a footballer yourself.
Yes. Like I told you, way back in Presec, and I used to play a lot.
Were you a schemer or a defender?
I was a midfielder.
Hey, playmaker.
Those times we call it, I was playing either number 6 or number 8. Yes. And I fortunately I was a captain, and I also went to University of Ghana. I captained the Legon Hall team for about 2 years.
You're a Legon Hall player?
Yes. So
you could make things happen on the park.
So wow. Yes. So financial inclusion. Just like you have actually given the apt preamble. 2011. We did all the research and realized that there's the need for us to fill a vacuum. So around 2013, we started the agency banking agenda because accessibility was a major issue. The reason why a lot of people are not on, are either unbanked or underbanked. So 2013, we sought out to undertake a research where we used just about 24 of the agents to pilot, and by 2014, we were issued with the licenses by the BOG, the regulator, to actually go out with our agency banking rollout. So I just want to highlight a few things that we did in 2014 and the reason why we have come this far. So 2014, like I indicated, we launched the Smart Account. The Smart Account is a bit of a low-tier account with a lower KYC as compared to our personal and other account. With the Smart Account, you just need about 5 minutes to open an account, just an ID, you can open an account. So that's here we actually launched our Smart Account. We also, like I indicated, were issued with the licenses to actually go out with our agent points, where for every retail outlet, you can actually become an agent of the bank if you want to actually go into that. So, and I can confidently say that by now, or as of today, we have close to about 10,000 agents scattered across the country undertaking basic banking services. So the same year, we also provided banking services to Kaya and smallholder farmers in the year 2014. We also launched a financial literacy program for women groups and village savings group. The same year, we also actually liaised with some of the international organizations to provide financial inclusion initiative. So the year 2014 was quite a massive year for us. And then we believe that having done that and having come that far, it is important that we look at the successes that we've chalked. We look at the future, what the future holds for us, because like I think we are the pioneers of agency banking, of financial inclusion. And then it is very important that we trumpet what we have done, create more awareness, drive more traffic to the agent point. Because even though the agents are there to serve their customers with the basic banking services, most of the customers are a bit skeptical because they really don't know what we offer. So we use this opportunity to actually educate the customers that if you go to an agent point, you can undertake all the basic banking transactions that you need to do. Hence, the celebration. Thank you.
Someone talk to me about the journey so far, being almost like the pioneers in this. Because I actually remember the first time I heard of inclusive banking, I was talking to somebody from your bank. I think it was called Dr. Deban. Also, he's the first person I heard use that term, inclusive banking. Of course, it's moved on to other things. So, in a sense, you are pioneers in this area of inclusive banking. What has been the impact on society and on customers?
So Bernard, just to dovetail a bit into what David said. So being not Actually, we are actually the pioneers, as the first pioneers for the banking sector. And like you said, Dr. Durban was the one who started this with Fidelity Bank. So being the pioneers in a Ghanaian-owned bank, was important that we play a key role in the economic livelihood of our people. And how do we do that? We have to look at the way we bring them into the system so that we can now provide that service and support that we need to provide for them. So having brought a lot of people into the system, Women Group, KIA, VSLA, are great financing for smallholder farmers. Now you need to understand how they want to operate, how they want to come into the system. And I well know that you remember when you're going to open an account, all the details that you were required to open. Hence, that was the barrier for why people were not coming to the bank. So looking at this singular approach of just an ID, no additional document, you come into the bank, it gave us the opportunity to now touch base with quite a number of people. In the first few months, we rolled out more than 200 people came into the banking system with us. And just imagine that your car is moving and then you realize that there are some changes you have to do on the tire or the engine. Are you now going to stop the car to change the tire? No, it still has to be a moving car. So the learning curve we've gone through in pioneering this financial inclusion as a bank has been significant, because then we've innovated on products, on our services delivery to our customers, and today we have 1.5 million customers within our financial inclusion system. So for the inclusive banking, where I said the focus is how do we continuously improve on product innovation, service delivery to the customer, because that is where the customer acquisition is coming on to, and then we can leverage on our agent point to bring in the customers as well and to provide quick service.
So it's a win-win.
It's always
for
a win-win
the bank,
for
for
the bank.
society, for other businesses. Talk to me about the financial inclusion products you have and some of their features. And while you're doing that, talk a bit about your smart account as well.
So we have, we've rolled out two key products. First, the savings and the investment. The savings product is what we call the smart account. So with a smart account, today, when we started, it was just the voter's ID card and the passport you needed to come into the bank. But today, with the Ghana card, you go to any of our agent points and your smart account will be open for you in less than 2 minutes. You have a smart account and you go home with that. In that same vein, realize that there was a need to bring investment, because financial inclusion means that the entire ecosystem of financial services need to be available to these customers. It needs to be affordable. It needs to be developed in a responsible way and sustainable way. So looking at an investment product where the customers don't feel like they have to do a lot of contribution. Just with a daily 30 cedis, 50 cedis contribution, you also get an insurance base. What the Smart Goal does for you is that you want your child to go to school maybe in the next 6 months. The fees is 5,000 or whatever, 3,000, 2,000, whatever the goal is. So the goal, as we say, SMART goal, is to set a goal. Say, I want to make about this deposit in the next few months. Make that deposit as a daily deposit or monthly deposit. If something should happen to you within the period, the banks, the insurance cover under the investment will cover you and also cover the goal that you set for yourself.
Wonderful.
And then the final part that we are bringing on board, and our customers should look out for this because we've been excited. They've been loyal to us for over 10 years, just delivering investments and savings without a credit. And I mean, today we have quite a significant deposit that sits with us without a credit product. That tells what the customers actually want. They actually want to save their money. Accessibility is key. Reliability is key for them. And what we are going to roll out in the next few months is what we call the Smart Loan.
The Smart Loan.
It's the first microcredit from a bank to customers that are unknown. You don't need collateral, no documentation. Just in the comfort of your home, you dial a short code. You either go on our mobile app, WhatsApp banking, or our USSD, and then you have.
So it starts with a smart account.
It starts with a smart account,
and then you can get a smart loan.
Can get a smart
all
loan.
On phone. Let me come back to Doc. And by the way, we're talking to a friend from Fidelity Bank who are celebrating a decade and a few in inclusive banking. Now, you are the head of agency banking. So, talking about your agency network, how many agents do you have? What are the typical services these agents render? And if somebody's listening who wants to be an agent, maybe I have a pharmacy, I have a whatever. How do I come on board as an agent?
Right. So, again, just to buttress a bit on what Sam said, I mean, if you take the whole financial inclusion ecosystem, so inclusive banking is the product development arm. So they are the marketing bit of financial inclusion because they come like the smart account and then the smart loan, and we are the distribution arm. So we make sure that if you have the smart account, you want to undertake any transaction, where do you go? Currently, we have close to about 10,000 agents, like I indicated in my preamble, scattered across the country. Okay, I mean, ranging from, about 70 to 80% of our agents are Momo agents. because of the liquidity issue, because you need money to be able to do your transaction. Okay, somebody comes to do deposit, for example, you need to have money, e-cash, to be able to move money from your wallet into the person's account and take the person's cash. If somebody wants to come and do withdrawal, you need physical cash to be able to actually move money from your wallet from the person's wallet into your wallet. So the services are quite enormous, but the basic ones that we do at the agent point are the deposits. You can, and you don't need to be only smart account customer to do transaction at the agent point. All our segments, customer segment can do the transaction at the agent point. You can do deposit, you can do withdrawal, you can even do transfer from your Fidelity account to another Fidelity account, or from your Fidelity account to another bank account to this GIP platform. You can do top up of your airtime if you want to. You can even pay bills. So if you DSTV subscriber and you want to go and pay DSTV, you can go there. ECG, you can go and buy your prepaid or actually pay your postpaid there. So there are quite a plethora of services that you can undertake at the agent point. Now, if somebody wants to become an agent, it's quite simple. You walk to any of our 80 plus branches across the country, and just tell whoever that you meet that you want to become an agent, and they will direct you to the right person. They can take your details. Now, to become an agent, there are some basic requirements. Number one, you need to have a registered business. Okay. And you need to also have a sound mind, of course. You need to have some kind of integrity, because you are going to actually deal with cash.
All right.
Now, the outlet that you are going to use will have to be a solid outlet. We are not on tabletop, so you cannot ever use tabletop to do an agency banking business. You need to either be in a store or maybe a container with a solid base. Okay, and then you'll be able to also, if you can also call this toll-free line. It's 0800 003355. 0800 003355, and then you'll be told, you'll be taken through the process as to how you can become an agent of the bank. We, like I indicated, apart from the fact that we have these independent agents, most of whom are the Momo agents, we also have some partnership arrangements. Currently, if you go to about 30 or so Ghana Post outlets, you see Fidelity agents there. If you also visit some of the top Melcom outlets in the country, we also have our agent there. And going forward, we are looking at actually expanding our agency network so that a lot more can come on board. Yeah.
Let's end with the outlook for financial inclusion for the bank, for Ghana and Africa as a whole. Where do you see, when you started, 70% was the unbanked. I'm sure it's reduced now. What's the outlook for financial inclusion for the bank and the country and maybe the continent?
So let me just speak before something.
Yeah.
Like in the 70%, as at the last Afrobarometer report, I think it's reduced to about less than 50%. Okay, so and Fidelity Bank, we've played a very significant role. But now, if you see, most of the banks are actually latching on. We have quite a few of the banks actually going into the agency banking, because quite apart from it is not financially beneficial to the bank, I should say, but giving access to the customer, wherever that they are, is very important. So the outlook looks very bright. We are trying to actually look at improving the use cases at the agent point. So when you go to the agent point, quite apart from just a few services that I've indicated, you can do a bit more. So that when the customer goes there, you'll be able to be served and served well. And then we have given employment to about 10,000. When I can imagine, about 10,000 Ghanaians. Wow. It is huge. And so we are looking at actually increasing the number going forward. For benefit of time, I would want Sam to
talk a bit about that.
I think for Fidelity Bank, we want to continue to play a key role within this sector. What we want to do for the next couple of years is to continually and listen to our customers to improve on our product innovation, understand the needs of the customers so that we can meet them like the basis that at the end of the day we need to play a key role in the economic livelihood of our people. So the people always will matter to us, how we innovate around their needs to make sure that we deliver the right product for them in a responsible way and also in a sustainable way. Key among them is also we're going to do a lot of partnership, which we already done. We have one of the biggest partnerships that we've used to deliver a product called the Yellow Save. It has one of our biggest base as well. So partnership will be key for us in going for, because we want to continuously engage and also bank the last inch, not the last mile.
Wow. We've been talking to Fidelity Bank with Beleobi Samuel Dodu and Odade Dr. David Ochery. Who would have thought? Samuel is the head of inclusive banking, Fidelity Bank. They pioneered this inclusive banking and they've really done a lot in that field. And if you want to be an agent, you know what to do. If you want to also join their smart account. He's also giving us what to do. Dr. David Otri, Head of Agency Banking, Fidelity Bank as well. Gentlemen, thank you. Congratulations. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.